And we are live. Okay, welcome everyone. I've been so excited to go through this with you guys and talk about this. As we head into the new year, you probably have some questions about what is in store for online teaching, right? So you're probably like making some plans, or hopefully you're at least thinking about it. Like, what can you do to make sure you have an awesome year, make an awesome income teaching online? So today we're going to talk about how you can grow your business and your teaching income, your online teaching income in 2024. Um, so welcome back, everyone, or if you're brand new here, welcome. My name is, a quick intro, I'm Jillian. Um, this YouTube channel, if you're watching this on YouTube, this is all about teaching online and making money doing it. So if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you click subscribe and hit that bell notification so you get notified about any future videos. And just really quick, can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me? I just want to double check really quick because it said a second ago that I had audio issues and I just want to make sure. So let me know in the comments if you can hear me okay. I want to make sure that I fixed it. Okay, so if you could be watching this on Facebook or YouTube. So these are the two places where you might find videos like this. So if you're watching this in the Facebook group, make sure you head on over to the YouTube channel. Just look for my name, Jillian Shanahan. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you head on over to the Online ESL Teacher Success and Support Facebook group, because I would love to have you in both places. Okay. Yes, I can hear you. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, before we get into this, I do see some familiar names, some people that I'm familiar with, but leave a quick comment and let me know, like, how long have you been teaching for? Because some people that are in the Facebook group or following on YouTube, they have been teaching for like 10 years. Some people have been teaching for 3 years, and some people, just started or haven't even started at all. They just heard about it, and they're where we were at one point in time. So let me know, how long have you been teaching for? Me, myself, I've been teaching for 5 years. I've been teaching since my daughter, 2018, 6 years, going on 6 years, I think. My daughter was like 2 months old when I started teaching. So it's been quite a journey. We've seen a lot of changes if you've been here. So someone said 2 years on Outschool as a Spanish tutor. And that's another thing. Okay. So we say here, she's saying that she was teaching Spanish. And it's important to realize that English is not the only thing that you can teach. If there's something that you know well, teach that. If you do not speak English well, there are a lot of people out there that are like, oh, I speak English, I should teach English, but maybe you hate it. Don't teach that. Teach something that you love. Teach something that you're good at. That's going to get you a lot more success. And I'm not saying that you don't speak English well. I know you do because I know you personally, but I'm just saying that teach what you are good at and what you want to teach, because there's a market out there for anything. People are looking for math tutors. People are looking for Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, like whatever it might be. Okay. So I just want to let you guys know that 3 years, but started teaching in 2021. Okay. My Yarn Loft by Tansy. Okay, I'm gonna have to go follow your channel after this. It's wintertime, so in the winter, I typically go through my ADHD habit of like getting involved in other things, and I just went on Ravelry. Super random here, but I just went on Ravelry and got that free pattern for the Viking hat and beard. If you've seen it, because my boyfriend wanted it, I made it him for Christmas. So that's if you've got content, I'll be following you. Okay. You can leave a comment when this is over if you're on YouTube, you are on YouTube, so I can remember too. Okay. I teach Bulgarian to English speakers. That's awesome. Okay. You are the very first Bulgarian language teacher that I have met. So kudos to you. I've been a preschool teacher, an au pair primary school teacher for more than 7 years. I would like to move to online teaching, got my TEFL this year. That's awesome, Coralie. Yeah, a lot of people come from teaching in schools because we know that, well, for me personally, I started to go get my master's degree in education, and it was like, okay, that this is great, but how am I going to do this with kids and being a single mom? Because I started to get my master's degree. I didn't complete it because, and I don't know, you could let me know how it is in your state or where you're from, but in New York State, you have to work like as an assistant teacher, basically a student teacher, for 3 months full time after you finish your classes. So the last classes in the program are like all the same thing. It's like making a plan for science, making a plan for English, making a plan for social studies, making a plan for math, and it's like the same thing. So you're just giving the school, the college, the money for the same thing on repeat, just with a different subject. It's a waste of money for the college. Like they really need to redo how they do that. And then after that, you have to spend 3 months paying. You're paying for this because it's considered school credits, college credits. So you pay to work for free full time. So for me, that would mean that I would have to pay for daycare and pay for my college and have a full-time job with no pay as a single mom. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So a lot of, there are different reasons, but a lot of teachers move from the world of teaching in person to teaching online. And I just decided, like, I don't need to do that. I like what I'm doing now. Teaching helps me buy more yarn. Oh, you're one of those. We're probably in some of the same craft groups on Facebook. Are you in craft groups on Facebook? We're going to be talking about Facebook groups in here. So it's kind of exciting. Okay, so from South Africa, I started as an assistant teacher in a preschool. I now work for myself. Coralie, I just did a huge post on people that live in teachers that live in South Africa, especially in my Facebook group. If you are not in the Facebook group, I want you in there, okay? I mean, I want you guys all in there, but I notice for South African teachers, especially, there is a huge disconnect from like what reality is and what their belief systems are. So a lot of South African teachers have been told time and time again, and I'm not going to get into a huge rant here, but they're not they're not worth a lot of money. You'll be finding jobs that are like $2.50, $5 an hour, and they try to make you believe that that's what you're worth, and it's not. And one of the things that I really strive for in our Facebook group is to make it a welcoming community for everyone, because there are not a lot of places out there. People will look at people based on where they live, and like teachers do this too, and automatically determine what their worth is. And to me, that's just it's uncalled for. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. We're trying to break that trend a little bit, because I don't care where you were born. If you've got the skills and you've got the motivation, you could be successful. Okay. So, those of you who said you've been teaching for a while, you already know about some of the changes that we've had. We had a wonderful double reduction policy if you were, teaching in China. So if you're not familiar with that, you're going to hear that tossed around probably for the next, eternity. But the double reduction policy, essentially, the Chinese government decided we want less of these companies hiring like online teachers from different countries. So they put a lot of regulations into online teaching, and a lot of teachers effectively, especially Wales teachers, if you hear someone that came from Wales, they lost their job like within a second. They had classes, everything was going fine, they had students, boom, the website was down. The CEO of Wales embezzled the money and got arrested heading onto an airplane. Was that Wales or Dada? they're heading off to the airport trying to like steal all the parents' money and all the teachers' money. So a lot of teachers had some things like that happen, and then going on WeChat and trying to learn how to get students that way. And then we had in the non-Chinese sector of it, we had the TikTok trend. So TikTok has kind of changed everybody's everything. Like there's a huge focus on shorts and reels. Let me know in the comments if you have watched a short or a reel today, or if you've been on TikTok today, because where I am, it's only 10 o'clock in the morning. I've already seen one. I'm sure my boyfriend has already seen one. I'm sure the majority of you have already seen one. It's a really, really, really good way to increase your views and to find more people. But that that has changed a lot, and we've seen that. We've seen Instagram change a lot, where it used to be like super easy to make money on Instagram using reels. They took all of that away. We've seen YouTube started paying people for shorts, which is the same thing as reels. We've seen a lot of changes over even like the last year or two. So what can we expect going into 2024? We already know things are changing. Things are changing fast. They're changing, depending on your viewpoint. Maybe they're changing for the good. Maybe they're changing for the bad. But things are definitely changing. I think one of the trends that you can expect is you're going to be seeing a lot more companies popping up, and they're going to be offering lower pay. I think that a lot of these companies, they have set the expectations of like $10 an hour, like Cambly, for example, $10.20 an hour, or $12 an hour for kids. A lot of these companies have set that expectation of paying teachers like $10 an hour. Let me know in the comments if you can live off of $10 an hour, because I sure can't. So you're going to be seeing a lot more companies that are coming up with lower pay. We've already started to see that, and I expect that we're going to see a lot more of that in the coming year. So it's going to be more and more and more important, in my opinion, to go independent, like to not rely on these companies that they don't have your best interest in mind, and they're not going to they're not really going to do anything good for you. They're just kind of looking to make quick money. You're going to see a lot of coaches and a lot of courses coming up. I've already seen some that teachers teachers who are working into the online teaching coaching business. You're going to see more of that. And when you're going independent, for marketing your independent lessons, it is going to be increasingly important that you are using social media. So it's always, like, for the past, I don't know how many years, it's always been really important that you use social media to build an online business. You can go and you can put flyers up somewhere. That's only going to get you a handful of people. You get a good post on social media, you get a good group going, you get some awesome things going, and then you can really take off with it. But like just going through town posting things on Craigslist or on bulletin boards or whatever for like local, trying to do things locally. I hope nobody's ever posted things in a newspaper, because I don't know the last time anybody's read one of those. But that's only going to get you so far. So you're going to have a lot more every year. It's going to be more and more that you have to focus on social media. By the way, I want to make sure that you know that in January, I am offering a business building bootcamp. So this is an online teacher business building bootcamp. It's called Empower 24. Let me know in the comments if you're already in it. I know some people that are already in it, waiting for it to go live on January 1st. I'm going to be showing you how to get your own students using social media. So the link to this is in the description. If you're watching this live, or if you're watching the replay, go ahead, leave a comment, and I will get you the link if you can't find it in the description box. So I'm not sure if I put the link on Facebook, but if you're on Facebook, leave a comment and I'll get it to you. Okay, so there is going to be shorts and reels are going to be continued to be focused on, like a high priority. I know Instagram is kind of pulling away from that a little bit, and they're focusing less on reels, but all the other platforms are going to be focusing more on reels. YouTube and Facebook are going to be focusing heavily on reel content. Instagram is kind of, I think I'm getting the feeling that they're pulling back a little bit from reels, from where they were, but it's still more than like, it's still important on Instagram. Okay. And there's going to be a high focus on educational short videos. So you might want to do videos where you're teaching something. So make a reel where you're talking about, here are 5 ways. Have you seen these before? Where you're like, here are 5 ways you can say okay without saying okay. Number 1, gotcha. Number 2, I understand. Right? Have you seen those reels before? So there's going to be more of a focus on educationally short videos and reels. And that benefits you guys because you are online teachers. That's what you're here for, right? You're not here to entertain, you're here to teach. And language learning, by the way, want to make this here. Language learning is also super, super, super increased in the new year, because we know what resolutions are, right? Like people take a step back and they're like, okay, what do I want to improve? And they're like, okay, I want to learn English. I want to improve my English. I want to, get a job or whatever it might be. So language learning is something that January is a really good month for you. January, when for teaching online, January, because people have resolutions to learn things and improve, is a really good month. And then September is also a really good month, or like August going into September is a really good month, because people are getting ready to go back to school. And then depending on what your market is, there are a lot of like homeschoolers that their parents are looking for things, or tutoring to help kids that are struggling in school or want to do better. So those are both really good months for our business. And we just happen to be moving into the coolest month because everybody's got goals and you are there. You're going to be there to help them, right? Facebook you're going to see some changes on Facebook. You may have noticed that they have been focusing a lot on reels, but they've also been focusing a lot on groups. So Facebook is very, very focused on community growth right now. They don't care as much about like sales posts and all of that. But like, if you run a good, solid Facebook group that people go to, and their behavior on the group shows, hey, this is what we like this group, it helps us, we check into this group, we type the name in the search bar, we comment, we interact with each other, we're building a community. Facebook likes that because it keeps you coming back to Facebook. And they've noticed that community in these groups, it's something that's really helping them as a company. So that's something they're going to focus more on. So you're going to see a lot more things popping up, implemented and tested out. I've already got some new AI things that popped up saying like, hey, do you want to be known, or do you want to be notified when this is available for your group? They're going to be implementing new things into your Facebook groups to help you grow. And if you're watching this on YouTube, by the way, make sure you're subscribed, because when things pop up and when things change in Facebook groups, I get really excited and I will come here and like tell you all about them and how you can like use them for your online teaching business. I love Facebook groups. And I love YouTube. I love both of them. They're my favorite. So I don't know if you know about this, but Facebook has an invite-only group for admins of successful groups. It's run by Facebook itself. So it's Power Admin is what it's called. So as a power admin, you get invited to become a power admin. And Facebook says, okay, we recognize that your group is growing. We recognize that you're providing value. The analytics show that you have an awesome Facebook group. Please join our team. And they take these power admins of successful groups and they talk to them about what they want. They have testers, so people can test things out in groups. You can sign up to test out new things before they're available to other people. It's a really cool thing. I've been a power admin since, I don't know, I've been a power admin for probably like a year. And I don't use the group all that often, but it is a really cool thing. And one of the things that I have seen in the group is that they are working on implementing new things. Now I'm sworn to secrecy. I'm not allowed to tell you the things that they're working on until they give us the okay. But the power admin group is it's a testimonial, basically, that there is a focus on groups on Facebook. They're very, very, very heavily invested in Facebook groups. I don't think it was 2 years ago, a year ago, last year, the Super Bowl commercial. I think there was a Super Bowl commercial for Facebook groups. And it was not a very short Super Bowl commercial. It was kind of long, I think, for what they have to spend on those commercials. So you kind of have the idea here. They are very, 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 very invested in growing Facebook groups. Okay. Coralie, I almost called you Coraline. My kids are upstairs watching Coraline. Coralie says, are there people doing conversational speech? I know there's a company in Russia doing this. I love the idea of a topic being researched by a teacher and being discussed, helping students to become more fluent. Okay. Are there people doing conversational speech? Like, are there teachers that are having lessons using with conversational speech? Absolutely. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, a lot of people want that. That is, I've noticed a trend in different countries. So different countries have different needs. And a lot of the countries have a very strong need for conversation practice. They learn grammar, they learn how to read, they learn how to write, but it's basically like filling in the blanks. And if anybody's ever taken a foreign language, like I took French, like I know this from when I was in school. Like a lot of that is very, I can relate to it. But one thing that they don't do is they don't practice like actual fluent speaking. They learn how to answer where's the library? It is over there. The backpack is blue. The pen is on the desk, and they learn like basic things like that. But to be able to say something like, hey, I dropped my pen. Can you see it anywhere? Can you help me find it? They're kind of only learning where is the pen? Or another thing is this is one of the things that drives me nuts when I'm teaching online. So, how do you get to school? I get to school by bus. I get to school by foot. Like they're taught book stuff that teaches them the pattern, but then it's really hard for them to break out of that. So even after they've learned English, they've known it for like 10 years. You're asking them like, hey, how'd you get to work today? Oh, I went to work by foot instead of saying like I walked to work. So a lot of that, like they need that to get away from the books. Kind of digress there, but yes, conversational speech, definitely. I think you were the one that said that English or $10.20 is not bad in your country. If you haven't already applied to Cambly, that's the company I was talking about. I can leave you a link for that. Because I do have a referral link for it. And yeah, they pay $10.20 and it's exactly that, conversation speech. Okay. Liesel said she just enrolled a few minutes ago. So you are in the you're in Empower 24? That's awesome. So we have two things that are going on coming into the next year. Empower 24, which is I say it's a 3-week program, but I'm a liar. So it's a 3-week program, but there's a prep week of 7 days. So that way you a lot of people come into it and they already have the basics down, and I don't want to spend like the entire 3 weeks on that. There's a prep week where we like really dive in, get you motivated, get you excited, get your niche down, and then boom, we move on to the next 3 weeks where we're learning about Facebook groups and YouTube and setting up your email list and collecting emails and doing all that fun stuff. It's very fast paced. It's there for you forever though. So it's going to be like something every day, Monday through Friday. There will be something small for you to do every day to help you grow your business. And then the weekends are for catch up. And if you get behind, don't sweat it because it's still there for you. And this is the only time I'm going to be running it at this price, by the way, because it's extremely underpriced. I priced it for what I had in mind. I got excited and I put way too much into it. Like, you have no idea what is in this boot camp. It's pretty awesome. But if you want to do that, you can go to empower24 independentteacheracademy.com and you can enroll there. Okay. So, if you are independent, going back to Facebook groups, if you're independent and you're looking to grow your business outside of China, then you should definitely be using what do you think? What do you think? What platform should you be using if you're growing your business outside of China? Facebook, right? Like everybody's on Facebook. That's where you should be. Okay, so I want you to think about this really quick. You have your YouTube, you have your Instagram, you have your TikTok, you have your email marketing, you have your LinkedIn. Okay. All those people that are watching that, depending on your market here, but the majority of people that are watching those things, they're all on Facebook. So it's a really good idea to kind of streamline them all into one place. But the other thing is that when you get all your potential students in one place, you can start to build that relationship with them in a more private, enclosed, safe environment. So a lot of people will say like, okay, say that they're struggling on something, okay, and they post it. They if they're going to comment what they're struggling about in a Facebook reel or a TikTok video or a YouTube short, then that doesn't give them the anonymity. I can't talk. Everybody knows what they said and who they are. And it doesn't give them like a sense of security and a sense of community. They're much more likely to ask for help inside a Facebook group where their friends and family can't see it and like strangers can't see it. Facebook groups tend to be like they're the people that you want in them. So if you're running a good Facebook group, you're not going to get spammers on your comments. You're not going to get people that are rude. Like, okay, so someone says like, what's the difference between there? Like, how do I tell the difference? That's always confused me. If they say that on a public post, you're going to get people saying like, are you stupid? Like, how do you not know that? If you post it in a Facebook group, you're going to get people that they're the people that you want there, and they're going to start to build that community, people supporting each other. They're going to look to you as the teacher that they want to learn from, and it's like they're going to start having that relationship with you where they want to enroll in your courses. So having a Facebook group is very, very, very important because you can take all those people from everywhere and give them a safe place. Okay. So it's going to help you build a community, help your people find you. If you have your Facebook group optimized, people will find your Facebook group and join it. You get to know your ideal customer really, really, really well because they're going to tell you things in the Facebook group. They're going to have conversations in the Facebook group that they're not going to have on a TikTok video. Now, growing a group can be difficult. So I'm not going to lie. It's not easy if you don't know what you're doing, or, it's not just a matter of putting up a Facebook group and people join. It can be hard to get started. So if you're serious about it, I want to remind you to make sure that you're in our Empower 24 Teacher Building Bootcamp, Teacher Business Building Bootcamp. Again, there's a link in the description box, but one of the things that we're going to be working on Facebook groups. So I'm going to show you exactly how you can build and grow your Facebook group to tens of thousands, just like the Facebook group that you might be watching this in is. So, my comments here. Is the program you're providing in January only for online ESL teachers? Well, that's who my people are. So that's what I'm focusing on online. Are you like specifying ESL? No. So most of the people that follow me are ESL teachers. This is for online teachers. So it's not just for ESL teachers. It's just the majority of people that follow me are ESL teachers. So no. I mean, it's not for like if you were teaching a yoga class, you could use it for that. If you're doing like real estate, then like I don't know your business. But if you're an online teacher of anything, yes. Does that make sense? Okay. So, continuing on trends, there is going to be a huge uprise or whatever in AI. And I don't mean like they're all gonna, come alive and take over humans, but AI is going to be used more. It's going to get better. So you're going to stop seeing extra fingers in pictures, but less so on like the pictures and stuff. A lot of people are going to be using AI, and you can use it in a good way where it helps your business, or you can use it in a bad way where it looks like you're using ChatGPT. So, you could use it for making classes and email marketing and writing scripts and coming up with ideas. It can really help you with that. And then there are other things, like you can take a big long video and watch. I'm going to take this video and I'm going to use AI to chop it up into shorts that I throw all over YouTube. Watch this. You're going to see these little clips from this video. AI is going to say, this was a good part of the video. Let's make that a short. I press one button and boom, I've got all my content created for me. So you're going to see a lot of that like programs like that are going to help you. You're going to see there are going to be a lot of AI tools that help you with analytics and help you learn about the growth of your business and everything. And really, there's a lot out there already, and I'm really excited to see where AI is going in the future. I don't think in 2024 they're going to take over, and I think that humankind is still okay, as long as we're okay to each other, because I don't think the AI is going to take over yet. But yeah. Okay, so that is 2024, and I've got this open for comments. I'm just going to sip out of my Dollywood mug. My coffee's getting cold. And that's from Dollywood. My sister went to Dollywood like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, something. And she got me this beautiful mug because I've always been obsessed with Dolly Parton since I was a little girl. She's my favorite. Okay. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat. And I'm going to put this up on the screen here. Okay, I'm going to put this up on the screen here too. Boo, boo, boo. This is the go. Okay. This is the website that you can find the Empower 24 Teacher Bootcamp. And I'm telling you right now, like when I originally priced it, I priced it fair. I did not expect it to turn into what it turned into. This price is not going to stay like this. So I'll just let you know, like this is definitely something that's going to be a couple of $100s at least. So just a heads up. Okay, I currently use AI for lessons plans. It's a great time saver. Yes, I have done that. I love it. Write me a lesson plan. I did a video on this actually. So on YouTube, you can see a video on this where I show you how to do this. But like, I'll go in there and be like, hey, um, and I already have it like configured to tell me like I'm an online teacher. I teach group lessons of this age, blah, 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 using Common Core standards, blah, 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 whatever. So you can put all that as background information. It uses everything that you say in the future. It pulls like that from to feed it information. It's like in the formula. So I'll go into AI and I'll tell them, I'm teaching a group lesson of third grade students. I want to create a writing lesson that is based around unicorns. This is going to be a 30-minute lesson that we are using the topic of like we're going to be focusing on adjectives because that's something we've been working on. And can you write me a lesson plan? And they give me a lesson plan, and there's usually a lot of junk in it, but there's also usually a lot of stuff that I can use in it. So, because nobody knows how I teach except for me. AI can't read my brain, right? So I just take it and I make it mine. I never use AI straight from the source. There are actually AI detection things too. So there's an AI program that can detect whether it's AI or not. And the majority of the time, you can detect it without that anyways. So make sure you change it and make it yours. But it's really cool. Those AI detection bots are not 100%. I've played with them. I have put my stuff in there, and it said it was human written. I've put AI in there. It said it was all AI, and it said partial AI. But I kind of know some prompts in there to make it not so AI. And it said that it was human written. And then I put one in there that was a combination, and it's not 100%, but those are going to get better too, the detections. Xiaohongshu. I think there's going to be more of I didn't talk about the Chinese marketplace at all. So I think there's going to be more of a focus on videos. But I have to look and see. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to really sit down and think about where I think the Chinese marketplace is going, because that one's a little harder to predict. I don't think they're going to be kicking out Westerners this year. So I think that you're safe there. I know Douyin kicked everybody out. So you can't be on like China's TikTok. But I think that they're going to have more AI tools in place that can help detect salesy things in the chats. What's up, baby? You're scared of Coraline? That's one of your favorite movies. All right, here, go upstairs. I'll go upstairs. I'll be up there in a minute. Coralie, she's scared of you. No, I'm just kidding. Coraline's actually on my screen, kid. Really? No, I'm just kidding. Her name's Coralie. Really? Yeah, she's terrified. She got excited there. Okay. So that's what I predict. If anybody else has any other predictions, let me know in the chat here. Also, another thing, China tends to be like on top of things with AI. So if you see something happening in China, you can pretty much like guess that it's probably going to come to us at some point in time too, because they always seem to get it sooner. And I will see you guys all later. Make sure you go to empower24.independentteacheracademy.com and enroll while the price is while it still is. This is, again, like I said, it's a 3-week, but it's really a 4-week program where we dive down every day. You're doing something every day that's going to help build your business and get you students. And I'm going to show you some of the secrets that I know to help you use YouTube and Facebook specifically. So with that being said, thank you for tuning in. If you're not subscribed, make sure you click subscribe, and I will see you guys all later. All right. Bye, guys. Bye, Coralie. Bye, everyone. Are they letting me?